If you feel guilty every time you spend money, you don't have a money problem. You have a conditioning problem. And it's silently destroying your life, draining your happiness, and stopping you from actually living while you chase a future that might never come. Today, you're about to discover something dangerous. The smartest ways successful people spend money without guilt, without regret, and the most shocking part, they actually get richer while spending. And number one will completely change the way you see money. 10. Buy time, not things. Have you ever noticed that wealthy people rarely talk about saving time? They buy it. Now think about this. How much is 1 hour of your life worth? If you make $20 an hour but spend 3 hours cleaning, cooking everything yourself, handling tasks that could be outsourced, you're literally paying to work more. Real example. Someone who pays for cleaning, occasional food delivery, or automated services might seem like they're overspending, but in reality, they're freeing up hours to work more, learn something new, or even rest, and that increases productivity and income. Direct question: are you saving money or wasting your life? Spending money to save time isn't a luxury, it's a strategy. And the next level of this is even more powerful. 9. Spend on experiences that transform you. A new phone excites you for a few weeks. A trip, an event, an experience changes who you are. Smart people don't just spend to have, they spend to become. Example: someone who invests in international travel, retreats, networking events, or immersive learning experiences comes back different, with new ideas, new connections, and a bigger vision. And that often leads to more money later. Now ask yourself, when was the last time you spent money on something that truly changed the way you think? Because what comes next multiplies this effect. 8. Pay to learn faster. You can spend 5 years learning on your own, or pay to learn in 6 months. Which one is more expensive? Courses, mentorships, books, certifications. They look like expenses, but in reality, they're shortcuts. Real example: people who invest in skills like sales, digital marketing, or personal finance often recover that investment within months, sometimes weeks. Most people's mistake? Saving $500 today and losing thousands tomorrow. Question: are you saving money or buying delay? And the next point is where most people fail badly. 7. Buy quality once, not cheap many times. Cheap is expensive, not just in money, but in frustration. How many times have you bought something cheap only to replace it again? Clothes, electronics, furniture. Quality costs more upfront, but saves in the long run. Example: a good pair of shoes can last for years, while cheaper options wear out in months. Smart people don't ask, how much does it cost? They ask, how much will this cost me over time? And that leads to an even more strategic level. 6. Spend to protect your health. Here's something no one wants to hear. You can save money today and pay with interest at the hospital tomorrow. Gym memberships, quality food, checkups, therapy. They seem like expenses until you actually need them. Example: investing in healthy eating might cost more now, but drastically reduces future medical expenses. Direct question: are you investing in your health or betting against it? Because the next one can literally change your financial future. 5. Pay to avoid expensive mistakes. Lawyers, accountants, consultants. Many people avoid these costs and then pay dearly for it. Real example: a bad financial decision, a poorly written contract, or mismanaged taxes can cost thousands, sometimes millions. Paying for guidance is buying protection, and protection is one of the smartest ways to spend money. But now, we enter a territory few people truly understand. 4. Spend on tools that increase your income. If something can increase your income, it's not an expense. It's an investment. Software, equipment, automation, technology, anything that boosts your productivity or reach should be seen as leverage. Example: a creator who invests in better equipment increases content quality, and that attracts more audience and revenue. Question: are you spending or multiplying? And the next level is even more powerful. 3. Reward yourself without guilt, but with intention. Here's the truth no one talks about. If you never enjoy your money, you'll never feel rewarded. And that leads to rebound behavior, impulsive spending, lack of control, frustration. Smart people define intentional rewards. Example: if I hit this goal, I'll treat myself to this. This creates a healthy cycle between effort and reward. Now, ask yourself, do you control your rewards, or do they control you? Because the next one changes the entire game. 2. Spend to be in better environments. Environment changes everything. If you're surrounded by people who think small, you'll think small. But when you invest in being in better environments, events, communities, places, your standards rise automatically. Example: attending high-level events might seem expensive, but one connection can change your life. Direct question: how much is it costing you to stay in the same environment you're in today? And now, the most important one of all. 1. Spend on what can give you a return greater than what you spent. This is the rule that separates those who grow from those who stay stuck. If you spend $1 and it returns $2, $5, $10, you didn't spend. You planted. Smart people evaluate every expense with one simple question: does this have return potential? And it doesn't have to be immediate. It could be knowledge, connection, health, time, or opportunity. Real example: someone who invests in networking, knowledge, and the right tools creates opportunities that pay back multiple times the original investment. Now, the final question: how many of your expenses are making you poorer? And how many are making you richer? Because most people spend their entire lives trying to spend less, while the right people learn how to spend better. And when you understand this, the guilt disappears. But there's something even deeper about money that almost no one realizes. Something that might be silently sabotaging all of this, and once you see it, there's no going back.